Entertainment. What is up, guys? Your boy Akasan here. How y'all doing? I hope you're doing well. We got a few things to talk about in the news today here. Things going on in the internet. But first and foremost, this is an update to a video I made a few weeks ago in regards to Logan Paul. A lot of you already had your pitchforks out there ready to get some revenge. Well, apparently YouTube has finally done something about Logan Paul. This actually comes from USA Today, and they're basically saying that they are removing Logan Paul from all their preferred treatment. They're canceling a bunch of shows from him, and they won't be asking him to come back to a couple other special things. This one comes directly from USA Today. Google has dished out a stiff punishment to Logan Paul that will limit his earning power and his visibility on YouTube for blasting out a controversial video showing a suicide victim in the Aokigahara Japanese forest where dozens of bodies are discovered every year. The YouTube star has been dropped by Google Preferred, a special advertising program that connects top channels with brand advertisers, and from Foursome, a series on YouTube Red. I didn't even know about that. The streaming service premiums subscription service. Really? YouTube says that it also shelved plans for an upcoming original movie Paul was slated to appear in, The Thinning, New World Order. Alright, well, I'm going to talk about that. I'll make it very short about this. Let's go ahead and just skimming through some of this other stuff. Yeah, and everybody's saying, okay, it's a good thing. Everybody else. Alright. It's basically, a lot of people are comparing it to getting PewDiePied, which is originally was what a lot of people were asking for. They wanted some sort of punishment. The fact that Logan Paul removed the video on his own, and YouTube was actually still promoting it, and Logan Paul is still making a lot of money from his apology video, irked a lot of people, especially big YouTubers that knew that Logan Paul, Jake Paul, the entire Paul brothers were getting special treatment from YouTube and not really getting any sort of real punishment. And I guess this one is being satisfied. This one's satisfying what a lot of people are asking for. I read on the other side here that Logan Paul stands to lose about 50% of his earnings now, not being part of this preferred partnership and what have you not. So it's interesting to me. It sucks that it had to come down to this, but at the same time, the way I look at it as a business side of things, there's no way YouTube was going to be able to promote this dude anymore for upcoming movies. There's no way that he was going to be able to be that face of YouTube. The same way with PewDiePie. There's no way. If PewDiePie gets in trouble for dropping an N-bomb, it was going to be very shocking for YouTube not to do anything to Logan Paul and have him just get away with it, so to speak. Did he make a mistake? In retrospect now, I don't think so. I mean, he made a mistake. Oh, let's make it like, he made a mistake, but it was not an accident. It was definitely not an accident. I think he just thought that he was gonna be able to pull this off with the minimal of risk. And the reason I bring this up is because I am starting to notice this a lot more on the internet here, is the fact that even myself being a vlogger, myself being a YouTube creator, making videos, there is always that thought process in your mind when you're sitting here and you're editing a video and you're just like, okay, is this gonna be cool? Is this gonna be not too bad? There was a video I did, for example, there was a video I did for Halloween a few years back where I went up there and I interviewed a woman and I was talking about her and I blatantly said that her breasts look amazing, and she was like, thank you, and she started bouncing them up in front of the camera. And this was something that I actually, you know, when you're in a party situation, you're filming, you're like, this is cool, this is fun. But in post, I'm sitting here for a good 30 minutes thinking to myself, is there any way we can edit this that it's a little safer, or should I put some warnings? And I fielded it out to a few different women women YouTubers and I wanted to get their opinion on what they thought. Was it too raunchy? Was it too much? Is it gonna be enough? And then a lot of guys on a lot of guy YouTubers, they're like, dude, just do it. If you get in trouble, it's okay. It's gonna be negative, you know, negative comments, negative energy. It's okay. It's just gonna make you more popular. And the women, they had some things to say about it, and I took it into consideration as well. And I basically made that point, that indecision. But that's something every YouTuber generally will sit there in post thinking about what they're going to do before they upload it, and if the risk is minimal. Dan Rue, you guys, I actually don't even know what the name of their team is, but you know, yeah, baby, yeah. They're going through the same issue right now. They went ahead and they posted a video way back when, pretty much doing very stereotypical Japanese accents, playing around in Japan, doing their usual skits of grabbing stuff, but now it's starting to get a backlash of people that are calling it extremely racist, calling it child abduction. Even though the last part of the skit was staged, they're still feeling it, but for them, they still feel that it's okay, it's risky enough, it's shocking enough to get that attention so that more people will come. I personally think they should take down that video because I didn't like the way they were portraying Asian people, the way they were faking like this racist accent. But one of the things I learned with this is the fact that some people just don't think something is disrespectful because they're not living that disrespect. The same thing with blackface, the same thing with putting a black child in a shirt that says coolest monkey in the jungle. Some people really can't see how that would offend someone else, and quite frankly, because they can't understand that, they don't care and they're willing to take that risk. So black, white, Asian, it doesn't really matter. When you're a creator, you always run that risk, and you have to decide whether or not it's worth it to put that content up there, because sometimes it can be a career killer. Moving on to something a little more positive here. This is coming from the Wrap. Black Widow blacklist alone Jack Schaffer to write Marvel movie. That is awesome. So basically a Black Widow movie is coming finally. Marvel Studios have picked blacklist screenwriter Jack Schaffer to write Black Widow, the first solo film featuring the Marvel superhero played since 2010 by Scarlett Johansson. An individual with the knowledge of the project told The Wrap. Okay. Basically. And this is a very veteran writer here, and that's for those that aren't catching it, it's a female writer. So, Black Widow first debuted in 2010 Iron Man 2, and since then has appeared in both Avengers films as well as Captain America the Winter Soldier and Captain America Civil War. She'll also be seen in this year's Avengers Infinity War. Interest in a standalone outing for the character has consistently been high, with a 2016 Fandango poll finding Black Widow the top pick for the Avenger fans most want to see in a solo film. So, sorry, there's something on Twitter that made me laugh where somebody retweeted this news earlier and they were just like, cool, now have an Asian woman play Black Widow. Sorry, that's a side jab at something else. Ghost in the Shell. My thoughts on it. Akasan's thoughts, great. I'm down with it. It's great to see that I believe, personally, a film like Wonder Woman really finally made the people at Marvel be like, oh damn, this could actually work. This could actually be interesting. And it's so funny because we were just talking about that with, what was it called? Red Scarlett Johansson? No, Red Schmoes or whatever that, Red Sparrow with J-Law. And we're just talking about how it's the closest we're going to get to a Black Widow movie. Well, damn, now we're going to have a Black Widow movie. The biggest issue, though, now is going to be, can they do a movie that's going to be a little bit different from Red Sparrow? Are we still going to get that origin story of Black Widow, or are we going to get something a little more different, a little more interesting? I personally never really thought I had any interest of a Black Widow movie, but I would not be away from something like that. We are going to get a Captain Marvel movie coming up this year or next year anyways, so the whole idea of just a female run movie, like finally Marvel is doing it, is not true. They actually had something in the works. I personally, like I was saying, I personally never thought a Black Widow movie would be that interesting, but at the same time, I never thought a Guardians of the Galaxy movie would be something I would be interested in seeing. I never thought a Black Panther movie would be something that people would be interested in seeing. And speaking of black, I know you like that. This comes from the independent co.uk. Black Panther, most anticipated Marvel film according to advanced sales. Black Panther is on track to become one of the biggest ever Marvel films, going by its ticket pre-sales. Fandango has reported that in its first 24 hours alone, the film, directed by Ryan Coogler, overtook Captain America: Civil War to sell more advanced tickets than any other film released in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. God damn. In fact, it's so hectic that the opening day sales were that one of the film's stars failed to acquire tickets. That is crazy. That is an awesome thing, guys. I'm glad to hear that so many people are piquing interest in Black Panther. I'm actually very curious what you guys, what is the main reason you guys want to see Black Panther? Why is it so interesting, and why is it so maybe different from what we've gotten before with other Marvel movies? I definitely feel that there's something unique about it. There's something exciting about it. I don't know exactly how to put it by the numbers or anything, but it definitely is something unique, and it hits me inside that this is very interesting. It's weird because after Civil War, I didn't really, I wasn't really into like overly excited in terms of the fact of a Black Panther solo movie, but after seeing some of the trailers and just the vibe of it, the color, just everything, I'm ready for it, baby. So I want to know what you guys think about that below, okay? Guys, that is it. Speaking of Black Panther, if you're in the Tokyo area, Black Panther comes out in February, Black History Month, baby. In the States, in the United Kingdom, it's out in the middle of February, but then in Japan, we're gonna get it in a few weeks after that. If you're in the Tokyo area, please join me and show your Wakandan pride early March, and we're gonna have a gathering where we're all wearing Wakandan outfits. I think we have a few spots available for people that want to cosplay as Captain America, Bucky. We might be able to sneak in a Hulk in there. We might do a little bit of Infinity War cosplay, but it's mainly focused on Wakandan type of, that Wakandan feel. The whole idea is I just want a bunch of Wakandans to march into the movie theater and just freak everybody out. I think that would be great. Wakanda forever. So, if you're in that area, if you're in the Tokyo area, early March, please let me know, and you can join the Facebook event that I created, okay? Guys, that's it for the news today. I hope you enjoyed this feature. Take care of yourselves, and have a great weekend. I'll talk to you very soon. Peace.